Hello guys, welcome to another whale review. Today we're going to be looking at Cafe Charlotte, or Maid Charlotte, whatever you want to call her. Since we're on the topic of buffers lately, I thought I would I've been trying to fit this review in somewhere, and I guess now is the time. So, her TMR is insanely good. The female only thing is really not necessary because you're going to be equipping this on some kind of a female support anyways. Your healers, your Aerith, your Folkas, your Lenas, you'll equip it on her. 20% HP is very rare. There's not very many clothes that give HP. So this is very nice to have. The STMR is nice to have, but it's not 100% necessary. But if you already have some STMRs like Fids or Fitros, maybe this is worth an STMR Moogle. 60% spirit is okay. Doesn't really give any HP though. I would much prefer if I gave some HP as well. This gave like 40% HP, 40% spirit, 40% HP and 40% MP and 60% spirit. Maybe 50% spirit, and then this stuff. That would be a top of the line as TMR. So yeah, this TMR, if you get 2 of her, I would definitely move to both of these, because that's very good TMR. Plus it goes auto refresh, and flat HP on top of 20% HP is very nice. The 100 MP is also insane, by the way. So, typical kind of buff type support unit type thing. It's not 200% like Primrose and Lunafreya, but it does give a 3k HP barrier, which is pretty crazy. Very nice. The raise is it's not very good, but if you raise and then you heal with your healer, then it doesn't matter. So this is fine to have just as an option. Fortunately, it's not. It would be better if this was an ability than not instead of a magic ability. So she might not be able to cast this, and since she only has this magic spell, I feel like this is gonna be kind of hard to put into a rotation. Must be like something you desperately would need. But this is a decent. It's kind of like CG Nicole buff, except instead of giving HP and MP back, it gives an HP barrier of 3k. That's really high and very nice. So some stats: 100% charm resist debuff is pretty nice, but however, charm really isn't a thing anymore. Really, there's not any bosses that use charm. So I'll even just have charm resist, but it's not really like it's not really anything you need to worry about right now. I wish there was some death protection or something. And as like I mentioned in all my review videos, this is only really nice for like people who are just starting the game, because most of the time you're going to have full status immunity when you're going to a boss fight. So these kind of things are just not useful. But 30% spirit and defense is nice. 50% ice resist, which is very nice. And 50% light resist, nice. And some stats. Always like me some stats. Some MP restore. Hopefully she gets some more. 5% is not that much anymore, but her TMR does give 5%. The dual cast. Definitely want to equip her TMR or STMR. Gives her guts, as well as some MP and spirit. Some defense. And this is unfortunately pretty low. So she only has 50% LB fill rate. That's a little low. You may have trouble finding a way to get her limit burst. 36 crystals, only 50% low. You'll have to build her to get some limit burst filled somehow. That's my recommendation. It's pretty useless, but it does dispel buffs, debuffs, so not too bad if you are in need of a dispel of some kind and all of your people and you're busy and they can't dispel that turn. And she can, so it's nice. And a lot of singular stat buffs. It does give some things kind of like how CD Nicole used to do, or used to. He still does. I'm saying like it's similar to how he did it. It's actually extremely similar, except instead of giving like Limbrus Gauge, it just does the heals for these, and then these ones are kind of very similar. This one's nice. She will be losing, unlike Luna Freya, where she would get some MP back, she was losing some MP by casting this. 30 MP is not that much. I don't know. I wouldn't rely on that. I really wouldn't rely on that for MP restoration. These are kind of low mitigations actually. These are kind of low. At this point in the game, 20% is not that much. We're looking at 30 to 40% as the kind of the norm for most units. So this just isn't. It's just not. It's okay, but it's not the best. This one is probably. Well, the HP barriers are nice. I wish this one also gave HP barrier. Honestly, the 30 MP. Again, she's losing 6 MP by casting this, so you have to keep that in mind. So this one, the charm debuff resist is nice. I didn't expect something like that to be on a buff. I know there's a lot of other units that do those kind of things, but that's nice to have. Yeah, and 100% ice and light resist is also nice. So she is doing this kind of the same thing like CG Nicole does when he's enhanced, except instead of water, she does light. But on top of that, she does charm debuff, which is nice. But again, charm is not that prevalent in the game because now Alan has made so many things charm resistant that they're just not going to rely on it much anymore. It's like kind of like a defunct mechanic. She does get this turn 1, which is nice to just be like an opening turn. For Bahamut 2-star, for example, this would be a very good opening turn for some damage reduction and also a very high stat buff. Some killers. The demon one would be the most useful. The undead one would be actually somewhat useful. There are some undead bosses nowadays. And the ice attack is a little slow. You'd only be able to do it to 2 people, but I guess that's all you really need, right? You'd only put it on 2 people, or just maybe 1. Like if you're still using Axe Star and you're using another AT chainer, you can put ice on them and they can ice chain together. It'd be nice. Now, I guess that's it. So what do I think about her? She's good. Is she worth the UOC? I don't think so. As much as I was loving to have her, and Luna Freya came out, so it kind of ruined this kit. This kit's already kind of outdated, but I'm pretty sure she'll be UOCable because I believe there was talk of her being available in the future, so I'm sure she'll be UOCable. This unit is not powerful enough to be blocked behind a paywall system or something, or so infest. So pretty sure if you guys don't have a buffer, you can probably go for her, but I will stress that CG Nicole is still, to this day, very good at what he does. If you guys are global people watching this and you got 7-star CG Nicole, you are set. You picked the right choice, you picked the right buffer, you are set. I used CG Nicole for like the whole time he was out on the JP side until Luna Freya's release, and I still might be using him quite often. The fact this cooldown buff gives him 50% damage mitigation, so it's quite nice. So everybody who's wondering why I'm not overrating this unit, even though I really like the design and like the kit, she competes with CG Nicole, and now she competes with Luna Freya, whose kit is much better than hers, unfortunately. And as I suspected, they're making UOC-able units slightly inferior than the Summon Fest units. And I'm not saying that this unit's bad. No, far from it. This is a very good unit, but you can UOC CG Nicole right now. You can enhance them right now. You can get 2 of them. If you have 20 UOCs, you can get 2 CG Nicoles and enhance them. Beat the Chaotic Darkness, get the 50% mitigation, and stop resistance. And you're set as a buffer. Like, even if his buffs are a little lower than most other buffers, he makes up for the fact that he has all this damage mitigation. He has other buffs. He has Summon Gauge Fill. He has LB Fill Rate. He has MP and HP heal in his lone person, as well as stat buff and removing stat debuffs. Elemental resistance. A lot of good he has 4 ways of covering elemental resistances, which are all very common that bosses use. So, the verdict is, if you don't have a buffer and you don't want to use CG Nicole for whatever reason, get her. Because she will be the best buffer that you can UOC next to CG Nicole. But if you really want the best buck for your UOC, like the best, I don't know what the phrase is, sorry. If you want the best, yes, the best bang for your UOC buck, you get CG Nicole, and I don't know. Maybe hope for her as a free pull down the line, because her Team R is insane, her S Team R is pretty insane. The kit is, like I said, it's hard to say yes that she's amazing, because CG Nicole is a thing. Now, this may not be finalized anymore, because she isn't officially released, but you can get her if you go to the cafe. Let's see here. I'll show you guys some of the pictures of the cafe and things, but if you go to the cafe and you pay 2,500 yen, which is around $22 a USD, you can get one of her. Even though you're supposed to get 2 of her, if you it's 2 per person, but there's some discrepancies going on there. Here's some of the prices, and some of the things. I'll look. So these are nice. These are nice to look at. So this. Oh, we don't want to show that. It's a spoiler. So like she's good. She's great. She's everything in a bag of chips almost. But the unfortunate thing is that she has to be compared to CG Nicole, which I'm trying to do fairly. It's really sad that I have to compare. He's like almost 2 years old now, and this is a new unit, and he's still regarded as one of the best. So like I said, if you want someone who's very versatile, get CG Nicole. If you want someone new, get her. And with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll catch you in the next video. Please be sure to like, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.